Tarja!
Hey!
How are you? I'm Emre.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Nice to meet you Tarja. Önce nasılsın? İyi misin?
Thank you. I'm okay. I mean, I'm living currently in Spain and we are in quarantine, in a very heavy, strict quarantine at the moment. So we have been for more than 5 weeks now at home.
Yeah.
Me with my family, and to be honest, it hasn't been the easiest change in life. But luckily we have a big house, we have a garden, we can, continue working from home, and my daughter goes to school, and so we are healthy. All that is the most important, of course.
Yes. Hepimiz için aynı şekilde. Hepimiz için çok önemli. Sağlık bir numara. İyi olmanıza çok sevindim. Umarım yakın zamanda da tüm dünya aynı sağlığa ve mutluluğa kavuşur.
Yes, that is the most important. Yes.
Yeah. Şimdi ilk sorumla başlamak istiyorum. Çok heyecanlıyız. Seninle karşılaşmak. Öncelikle çok teşekkür ederim kabul ettiğin için röportajı.
No worries. Thank you. Pleasure. I've been checking you.
Oh! Videoları izledin mi?
Some of them, yeah, because I wanted to get to know you. I mean, obviously, I'm also, always through my work, I'm always willing to get to know new people and get to know you and get to know your work. And it's very interesting what you're doing. So thumbs up. I'm really
happy. So much. Thank you so much. Şöyle başlayacağım. Şimdi birçok eğitim aldığınızı biliyorum. Bitirdiğiniz okullar var müzikle alakalı. Bu okullarda ne üzerine eğitim aldınız? Opera üzerine mi? Hani ana olarak neler çalıştınız? Opera or other?
No, actually opera not opera.
Oh.
No. My main education was as a lead singer. Like German lead, Schubert, Schumann. Brahms, Sibelius, lead. So chamber music. So yes. Opera has been part of my education, but my focus was not in opera. My focus was in chamber music. Music. Oratorio, Passio, all the church music. And so my voice is not prepared for opera. It's prepared for lead.
Yes. Okay. Şimdi bu şeyle alakalı, ürettiğiniz müzikle alakalı en büyük temsilci sizsiniz. Yani bu işi başlatan sizsiniz. Birçok genç birçok opera eğitim veya işte size benzemeye çalışan birçok kişi gruplar kurdu. Onlara ilham oldunuz. Bununla ilgili ne düşünüyorsunuz? Türkiye'de de birçok genç şarkıcı, özellikle böyle sesini operatik kullanan şarkıcıların hepsi sizi örnek aldılar ve grup kurdular. Bununla ilgili ne düşünüyorsunuz?
It is obviously, when I started singing in a heavy metal band, it was not one of my dream come trues, to be honest. It came like I was offered to sing with the beautiful music, and it was a kind of a surprise that it all turned out to be heavy metal because I was having so powerful voice. So now that after all these years and after having more than 20 years of career, having huge followers, girls that follow me, and I have been even teaching them and all that, the inspiration of my work has been quite grand. So I'm very honored, I'm very flattered because of this situation, because my dream was to become a singer, but my dream was not to become a heavy metal singer. Since I was very little. So I worked so much, and only through the hard work I can be talking to you now today. So that's what I feel, of course, that nothing comes without hard work.
Okey. Merak ediyorum şimdi tam olarak herhalde anlamaya çalıştığım şey tam hayalim bu değildi diyor ama zaman içinde çok çalışarak bunu geliştirdim diyor değil mi Cemre?
Aynen
Doğru mu
öyle.
düşünüyorum?
Evet, doğru, doğru.
Peki gerçekten bu değişimi yaşamak nasıl bir şeydi? Yani hiç hayal etmediği bir şeyin içine girdi. Sesinde nasıl bir zorlanmalar oldu mu zaman zaman?
It has been one of the biggest challenges in my life to jump as a lyrical singer to sing heavy metal with the heavy metal band. Huge challenge. But I was always very ready for the challenge. I was never afraid because I thought the beautiful music was so beautiful. It was something new to me. So I wanted to know everything about it. And I fell in love with it.
Oh.
So this is the thing. After 20 years of time, I'm still in love with it.
Oh.
And that's what I also tell to my fans and music listeners or people in general, that you should listen music. Music is everywhere. It's beautiful. It's universal language. So you can only learn new things if you listen various kind of things. And you don't block yourself and only this is only one thing that I want to listen or do. I have never done only one thing in my whole life, and I feel free because of doing it. But challenge is a great challenge, and I love the challenge that it is to me still today.
Evet.
Müthiş bir şey. Yani bu challenge'ı kabul edip yepyeni bir türü, yepyeni bir vokal tekniğini bu müziğin içine yerleştirmek olağanüstü. Çok şanslıyız sizle karşı karşıya olduğumuz için şu anda.
I have always taken care of myself, being very careful. How I sing, always not harming my voice has been the first thing in my mind, always. Because singing is my life. Music has given me life. And so I breathe for music. I've never wanted to take risks. So I would not do things that I am not aware of, or try out things that I know, or I would know that would damage my voice. So that's been the first thing always in my mind. But it's been a huge challenge, but the challenge itself became like a motivation for me to continue singing. My voice is one of the biggest motivations still today for me to say that I want to become better in what I do. I can never be the best, never. There is always someone that can do the things better than you. And if you remember that, you always can make progress. Try to go through the rocks,
Peki bu müziğe geçerken sesinden çok dikkat ettiğini görüyorum ama böyle kontrolü kaybettiği zamanlar oldu mu?
Thank God, never. Really. I don't know now. Maybe all the times that I have needed to cancel a show or postpone a show because of my bad singing condition or my health condition, actually, I have had a sinus infection or infection in my vocal cords. Doctor has said, okay, Tarja, you cannot sing. But those times have been like maybe less than 5 times in more than 20 years. Of course, I have needed to sing while being sick several times, but the singing technique has me. Those are the days that I really need to count on my singing technique only, the bad days. There are other days that I can have fun, or much more fun, but in the worst days I need to just concentrate.
Merak ettiğim bir şey var. Şimdi bu tekniği geliştirirken okulda öğrendikleri tamam ama kendi üstüne koydukları neler var?
No one has ever taught me how to sing heavy metal or how to sing music that I write. No one. I've done that job. I've done myself all alone.
It's cool,
Seriously, but I've done a lot of studies. I know a lot, about classical singing, you know, singing itself. I have a huge knowledge about it. I know how my body functions. I listen to my body. That's the first thing. Every day I need to listen to what's going on, you know. But I have never went to someone to ask how I should sing my music, because there is only one way for me. It's my way. I can help others. I can help. I have had some singing students and so on. I can help them. My way of singing my own music, you listen on my records or how I sing on my live performances, it's just my way of, you know, how I found the middle way of not being too operatic, because I don't want to sound like a potato. Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
So I want to be clear and understandable and powerful. Yeah, but that's not here. It's there. It's down there.
Down there. Very cool, very cool, very cool. Peki şimdi şunu merak ediyorum. Sahnede başına gelen böyle kötü bir anın var mı? Veya çok unutulmaz güzel bir anın. İkisini de şöyle merak ediyorum. Tabii bunlar genelde ses sağlığıyla veya sahneyle alakalı.
Bad memories. Well, recently I had to actually cancel a show that was in Voronezh in Russia because I was having a severe sinus infection and then the vocal cord infection, and I was trying until my last minute really to do the show still. My crew was there, but we were going to do the show, and they even let the people in, like the huge audience was in the venue, and I'm crying at the backstage, thinking I cannot do this. And so I decided to go in front of the people on the stage with my band guys and talk to the people, crying, but talk that unfortunately I cannot do. Or somebody else was actually talking because I didn't have any voice to speak. So, but yeah, that was not up. And then I signed autographs for all the people, everybody. So I was having like 5 hour signing session after.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I remember that day. Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was needed. I felt so goddamn bad of not being able to perform, and people had bought their tickets and they were there to see me, and I could not. But that's why perhaps because I don't usually do those kind of, you know, I am a healthy person. So I have always been a fighter and always like tried my best, and that moment was like, I cannot. So.
Yeah, very hard. Very hard. Peki kendine nasıl bakıyorsun? Sesine nasıl bakıyorsun? Özel bir formülün var mı?
Not anything special, actually. Great. I mean, I'm training. I'm classical training still. I'm having my vocal coach here in Buenos Aires. I am calling to her through Skype. I'm taking lessons time to time, not too much time. Yeah. Especially when I am working on a classical concert program, so I have to check with her how or I'm preparing, like for example, now I'm thinking that I start preparing a classical album because we are in quarantine. I cannot go out and perform, so I need to do things. So I am going to give her a call. That is very important, the singing technique and singing practice training every day. But then other thing is physical training, very important. I am training like 6 times a week, different.
6 times in week?
Yeah, I need to be.
Wow. Yeah.
Otherwise, I cannot do those rock concerts for almost 2 hours and run and jump and sing at the same time. I am getting older and it's not easy.
Yeah, it's not easy. Okay. Peki çok merak edilen bir soru var sizinle ilgili. Ses genişliğiniz nedir?
Lyrical soprano.
Lyrical soprano.
Yeah. So
Yes.
lyrical soprano. I sang very many years as mezzo, many years when I was younger. And I kind of, with this rock and roll, with the metal and rock music, I have kept my lower register very strong. And my voice sounds a little dark, so you could get confused about the mezzo soprano thing, but I'm a lyrical soprano.
Lyrical soprano, okay. Okay. 2 octaves, 3 octaves?
Almost 3. Well, vocalizing, yeah, you can hit it more than 3, but 2.5, I would say.
2.5, okay. Genel bir soru soracağım şimdi. Rock müziğin bugünkü durumu hakkında ne düşünüyor? Çünkü 90'lı yıllarda, özellikle 1990'lı bu dönemlerde bütün rock grupları dünyada büyük bir patlama yaratmıştı ve fenomendi. Ancak sanki bugün daha çok rap ve elektronik müzik daha öne geçmiş gibi. Siz ne düşünüyorsunuz bu konuyla alakalı?
Yeah, I have been myself thinking that how many legends they are, any still among us, because we have lost so great names in the last years, and yeah, the fact is that we will be losing great names in the next year. So and the young people of today not necessarily see rock as something that was driving us when we were young. So, or when I was young, actually, rock was everywhere. It was everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like something cult, cool. It was something that there was a lot of everybody were listening rock and roll. Everybody when I was young. But nowadays it is more common that kids of today, they find the more popular music, more mainstream music because of the downloading and the streaming services and all that. So the whole idea of us as old musicians, sort of conservative, the oldies sort of, we have as well needed to find other ways to promote ourselves because of the digital world. Because everything is there, just right in front of you. You don't need to go any longer to the CD stores and run behind the one album that you have.
Yeah.
Everything is there, so you just click, and if you like it or not, and that's it. You leave it. And but I still believe rock will never die. It cannot. It's an attitude. It's is very powerful emotion. The whole rock attitude itself. I cannot think that kind of thing could die.
Yeah.
I mean, it always goes below the surface in lyrics and in the music itself.
Ben de aynı şeyi düşünüyorum. 90'lı yıllarda özellikle gelen efsane rock müziğin içindeki o efsane balatlar bugün asla olamaz diye düşünüyorum. O kadar güzeli gelmedi.
Oh my God, those beautiful 80s, 90s ballads, the beautiful melodies.
Yeah.
Nobody writes songs like that anymore.
Yeah. And the vocal performances.
Yeah. Also amazing singers.
Amazing singers. Ben bir Ronnie James Dio hastası olarak yani gerçekten onu büyük bir onu anlıyorum yani bana metali sevdiren isimlerden biriydi. Bilmiyorum, belki onları kaybetmek de çok metalde böyle buhranlara yol açmış olabilir.
Yeah, where are all great singers?
Şimdi şöyle bir şey var. Özellikle kuzey ülkeleri bu rock müziğinde bambaşka bir yerdiler. Rock ve metal müzikte. Neden sizce kuzey ülkeleri daha başarılı bu müzikte?
I could tell you the reason why. Well, naturally, I could think of one reason being the nature itself. In the Nordic countries, we have quite magical, exotic nature because of the dark winters. Being so goddamn dark and quiet and peaceful. Like not a soul lives there, kind of. It's very dark and mystical. but it's very hard to live in the Nordic countries. Winters. Many people get depressed and all that, you know. And what we have art to help us through that. I believe since ever Sibelius, our like Finnish classical composer, he was writing about nature, and nature biggest inspiration, and so it is still today for all those metal bands. I'm sure that nature is one of the biggest inspirations to be there, you know.
Ben merak ediyorum şimdi. Finlandiya'daki eğitim sisteminin dünyada en iyi eğitim sistemi olduğu kabul ediliyor. Peki Finlandiya'daki müzik eğitiminin diğer ülkelerdeki eğitimden farkı ne sizce?
So they say the education is the best in Finland. But we have only one music university, for example, the Sibelius Academy. It's pretty hard to get in that academy. I was one of the very lucky ones. I was able to get in and study there in that it is in a very high level education, I would say. Very high level. We have a conservatives and we have a conservators and we have a music high schools and all that, but only one university. It's the academy. The level is high.
Okay. Şöyle bir şey sorayım. Türkiye hakkında neler biliyorsunuz? Ve mesela Türkiye'de bildiği şarkıcılar var mı? Şarkılar var mı? Türkiye ile ilgili neler biliyor? Bir de Türkiye'de bir grup veya bir solo proje teklifinde biri bulunsa ne düşünür?
I knew you were going to ask me, and I'm like, oh shit! Oh no! Oh man! I've been in Turkey only a few times myself, and always amazing visits I've had there. My fans are beautiful there, and so I really wish and long to be able to visit your country more. I would love to get to know. I haven't been there even as a tourist, so I would love to, you know, get to know more. And about your music, please just inform me, because I'm so about it. Yeah.
If a Turkish band offer you a project like to make a song, maybe, what do you think about it?
Well, of course, I will first of all listen to it. Sure. And then, what I don't know. Please send me over some beautiful music.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Şimdi gene biraz sesle ilgili kısma geleceğim. Sahnede iyi şarkı söylemek için en çok dikkat ettiği şeyler neler? Kendi dikkat ettiğim. Bu sesi olabilir, sahnenin durumu olabilir, mikrofon olabilir. Detaylar neler sahnede sevdiği?
What is the most important thing for me while I'm performing?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
The most important thing is for me to get to the right emotion. That's all. I am only the storyteller in each of my songs. I am not thinking about the microphone. I am thinking about my neck, because I have a problem in my neck, so that I hurt myself. That's because of banging the head and all that, too many years.
Yes.
I'm thinking about not falling on with the heels that are like this, that I'm using, the braces that I'm using. I'm trying to, you know, think, be careful, but not too much. Never too much. But my main thought is always the emotion. In each of the songs.
Peki sahne üzerinde mesela siz sahnede birçok kıyafet değiştiriyorsunuz. Doğru mu Cemre? Ben böyle hatırlıyorum çünkü. Sahne üzerindeki bu kıyafetleriniz, sahne dizaynınızla bunlarla ilgili neler anlatmak istersiniz? Çünkü birçok genç sizi izliyor. Belki sizden ilham alacaklar çünkü bu konuda.
The stage clothes, even though they might not look very comfortable, they have to be very comfortable. Because even though you see me sometimes wearing like a corset or something, but these corsets are never pressing me. They are never like that I die and I can breathe. You know, I can really, I need to be able to breathe and they are designed by myself and by the designers I'm working with.
Oh.
I have always been working together with the people, very talented, but together with the people. And so I have also my routines that I do before the concerts. Like every singer has their own things, you know, what you want to do before really the concentration starts. I start preparing my makeup and hair, and I need to be very quiet, peaceful for a couple of hours before the show. I start going into my little box of thoughts. So that I want to be alone and peaceful, and then I start vocalizing. I start warming up. I do some breathing exercises.
Yeah.
I do some vocal exercises, and feel like if I'm ready, I think about the lyrics, think about the set list, think about the speeches. In every country I go, I always try to speak with the local people, with their language, in their language. So I always try to get a few lines in a Turkey. I will be talking something in Turkish too. These kind of things. It's just my way of getting concentrated and before the show.
Çok merak ettim şimdi bir anda nefes egzersizinden bahsetti. Bu nefes egzersizlerinden bir iki örnek gösterebilir mi bize? Special for us.
So breathing exercises. Wow. Whoa. How can I show you? Oh my God. I should have a. Well, first, very good posture that you do. You do your pelvis a little bit. Your knees are like bended, not straight knees. Your pelvis down. You put your one arm up and you take in the breath, always in through the nose.
Yeah.
And then a little pumping, like a pumping, that you pump the air out. Little break, and then in so that you feel like you are getting longer, like 5 centimeters longer in both sides. But always remember do the both sides. You cannot leave one side and then you're like. Whatever.
Thank you so much. Şimdi bununla ilgili gene ben ne çok soru sordum. Bir Eurovision'la ilgili bir soru sormak istiyorum. Eurovision'a katılmayı yani teklif alıyor mu? Bu Eurovision'la ilgili düşünceleri neler?
Lord, almost every year from
every year.
Actually, I get. There was a time, you know, I have taken part of Eurovision. I have with Nightwish. We did in Finland many years ago. With Nightwish, we took part in Eurovision Song Contest, and you have to you have to believe me that I was at the time when I got to know about this Eurovision contest that our song had been selected as part of the finals or something, you know, broadcasted in TV. I was at that time working in a national opera in Finland, and I started crying. Oh my God, because I did not want to take part of this competition. I did not want to. I did not want to be remembered as a singer from this competition. I wanted my career to be bigger than that. I didn't want to just be a singer of one song, you know? And so I felt very bad, but it was a very lucky thing for the band, for Nightwish actually, because we got a lot of views in a TV and so on. We were very young, and so many people got to know us. So it was a very positive thing at the end of the day for the band. But so if ever someone is asking me still today to take part of this competition, my sweet answer will always be no, thank you.
Okay.
Every year I watch it. Every year I watch it. and I love it, and I laugh a lot, and I cheer a lot, and I really, I'm very interested every year to check it out, what's going on. But I wouldn't see myself being there.
Yeah.
Now that I tell you this, holy shit, what do you know?
Oh, very cool. Peki sona doğru geliyorum. Son sorulara doğru geliyorum. Şimdi sizi birçok kişi izliyor. Özellikle dediğim gibi birçok yeni yetişen kişi sizin izinizden gitmek istiyor. Onlara ne tavsiye edersiniz?
Always remember to be who you are, not to try to be someone else. That, you know, in my case, the biggest inspiration or a person that I have always followed has been my mother. She had a great voice. She was not a singer, but she taught me to be the girl I am, the woman I am today. You need to find your way. You can get inspiration, surely. You should listen a lot of singers. You should listen a lot of beautiful music, but always think about your abilities and your own emotions and heart. You know, that's the most important. And also sometimes it is good to go to sing for a professional, because your own ears might not be enough. You might have a great talent, but it's always good to sing for somebody else that can give you an advice or can give you another opinion, just like that. Whether you follow it or not, but I've been very lucky. I've had several great vocal or singing teachers, several, and from every one of them, I have taken the good things that suit for me. But we all are different, and so it's very important that you find your way.
Yeah.
Son iki sorum olacak kendisine. Şu son dönemde teknik olarak ve duyum olarak çok beğendiği kimler var şarkıcılardan?
Wow. I listen so much different kind of music actually. I don't particularly listen singers. That's a tough question actually, because for me really to find singers that would inspire me is very hard. I listen to, in order to, you know, work with my classical singing technique, okay, I listen some classical singers, for example, Anna Netrebko, I listen Finnish singer Karita Mattila, just to check out, you know, where I'm standing in a technical wise. But anything else, actually, including rock and metal and pop, like Tears for Fears, and I listen, wow, Peter Gabriel, excellent singer, excellent artist. Still today, Peter Gabriel is amazing. Sting, for example, another since ever the Police times. I'm an old music lover in general, so I listen various kind of different things, even the Beatles.
Even the Beatles. Especially rock, new singers.
I like bands like In Flames, for example. In Flames, or like bands like Disturbed. Some of their songs. I like
Şebnem Ferah duymuş mu mesela?
No, I should listen to her. I would love to listen to her.
Son sorum bir istek sizden. Sizin olağanüstü şarkılarınız var. Tabii ki bunları sizi sahnede izlemek lazım ama ben gelen konuklarımdan bir tane ülkelerine ait bir halk müziği şarkısı rica ediyorum ama böyle bir talebim olsa ne düşünürsünüz? Bir halk müziği şarkısı, Finlandiya halk müziği şarkısı. Ben merak ediyorum çünkü çok merak ediyorum bilmediğimiz için.
Wow, something in Finnish. Oh my God. Okay. Hyvin hiljaa, nyt kuuluu kellojen äänet. That is a Finnish lullaby.
Yeah.
Lullaby. Yeah, please. Devam, please. Lütfen devam edin.
Please continue.
Please continue. No, please continue.
Wait, come on.
Hayır.
I used to sing that song for my baby daughter when she was born. Yeah.
Harikulade. Çok teşekkür ediyorum Tarja. Thank you so much Tarja.
No, you're welcome.
Harika bir zaman geçirdik senin sayende.
Thank you.
Seni tekrar Türkiye'ye bekliyoruz.
Thank you for calling me, and you take care and stay healthy and stay indoors. And
Aynı şekilde. Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.